Hello everyone. Today we're going to be setting up the ideal hognose enclosure that I think is best for your hognose if you decide to get one as a pet. And I'm going to show you a before and after, and we're going to get into it. So I'll see you soon. The first step of setting up the enclosure would be to obviously put on your heat tape. So this is a 36-inch wide. I think it's 36 by 17 from front to back. So anyways, I've got a 12-inch piece of heat tape and 1 foot long. So it covers 1/3 of the section. And I've got it to where it's taped up to where it's on the bottom to the back corner for the heat. All right, now that we've got the heat tape put on, what you're going to need is definitely get a thermostat. You got to have a thermostat. If you just plug the heat tape in, it's going to get too hot. It can burn the snake up. It also can short the heat tape out because it can only withstand temperatures of 105 degrees. Obviously, no snake is going to need 105 degrees anyways. As you can see, I don't run my probe to the bottom. I run it through the enclosure and I bring it and I use Gorilla tape. I tape it off, no matter if it's a burrowing snake or what. You can literally tape it off, and then you're going to sit when you put your substrate in to put it in at the desired depth, and this probe will stay in. It will stay in place. You don't have to worry about the snake moving it or anything like that. If it does, it's only going to go back and forth. It's not going to mess the temperatures up or anything like that. Sorry about that. Anyways, I'll probably catch heat for that one, but that's just the way I do it. That's the way I've always done it. When adding your bedding, make sure that you use this. You don't have to use this. This is what I use. It's called Cypress Mulch Blend. It's the Evergreen brand. You can get it at Lowe's year round. It's like $3.50 for 2 cubic feet. Going to add it in here, and all I'm going to do is after adding it, I'm just going to spread it out evenly. With a hognose, you want to make sure that you have a pretty good depth, 3 to 4 inches, because like I said, they are a burrowing snake. So you get all that in, get it all in like I've got right here. It looks nice, looks really good. And remember earlier I was talking about the probe. There's the probe right there. So you can just take it and you'll just mash it down into your substrate. And the reading starts from the bottom of the metal down here and it goes up to the top. So once it's down, just push it down and then push the substrate over top of it. You might have a little bit sticking out, which is perfectly fine. Get all this evened out. All right, now that I've got the substrate in, let's go ahead and do the enrichment. Be sure to get a hygrometer. I'm really used to these snakes and ball pythons. With a ball python, you would want to put 2, one on the hot side, one on the cool side, or vice versa, however you have it set up. With the Western hognose, you just want to take, and if you're new, then I would suggest getting 2. But since I'm used to having them or whatever, I'm pretty good with doing the measurements and stuff. So I just take mine and basically set it in the center, and that gives me a idea of the humidity and everything on the inside of the enclosure. All right, so the plains hognose, Western hognose, however you want to say it, they are a burrower, and they're diurnal. So that means that they sleep at night and they're active during the day. If you've got a really happy hognose, then you're going to know that you've got the right setup, because it will literally be out roaming around all day long. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and set the hides in, show you how I'm going to set it up. I made these myself, took some flat stone landscaping rocks, put them together, put some moss on them. So I'm just going to basically set one here, and then I got a cork hide. I'm just going to set it about right here, and I'm going to move my hygrometer over so I can see it. Put my cork hide right there. And then I'm going to take and put my other hide over here on the other side. Now, keep in mind with the hognose, they don't technically need a hide. They do, but they don't, because they're more or less burrowers, but they want to feel safe and secure. So I just went on ahead and made these hides. That way they'd have or so that it would have a good place to sit, plus climb up on it and stuff like that. Then you're going to want to add your water bowl. Now, the water bowl is critical with a hognose. It's opposite of a ball python. You don't want your water bowl on the hot side, because the humidity for a Western hognose needs to be around 40 to 50%. With the ball python, you'd want to keep it towards the hotter side, so that way it would be evaporating and keep the humidity up around 50 to 60%. Unless in shed, then you want to spray it. So anyways, I'm going to set the water dish back there. I'm going to put this cork hide right here, and I've got some little sticks. Put these sticks in here, and I'm going to rearrange these. I'm just doing an example right now. I'm going to rearrange these eventually. That way it has something to climb up on, do what it's got to do, be happy with itself. And then I got some green foliage. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to add it in here. This is basically just a basic setup. I mean, there's nothing big and fancy with the hognose other than just keeping places for it to go and burrow, and make sure that it can get around good and have a spacious area. I'm eventually going to add more driftwood in there, but as of right now, I'm just going to keep it sweet and simple. And I've got more. I'm just going to put a few more pieces in there. These are more like a not a vine, but the root of the tree. And I just ordered a few of those. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take and use some Gorilla Glue silicone, and I'm going to glue these pieces together. Also put them on other pieces and attach them, and just make like a little bridge or something for it to be able to go across. And I'm going to put bigger pieces in here eventually. But right now, all I wanted to do was make a video and make it as simple as possible. That way you would understand how to do the hognose. Like I said, it versus the ball python, it's like night and day to an extent. You still have to have, your heat. You want your heat to be around 90 degrees on the hot side, but you want your other side to be way cooler, around 70 to 75. With the ball python, you're looking at 90 to 95 on the hot side, and on the cool side, warm side, you're looking at roughly 80 to 85. And like I said, you want to keep your humidity down as much as possible with the hognose snake. So anyways, that's all I got for you. I hope y'all appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and check out the rest of my videos. And I'll see you soon. Thanks.